I've never done one of these before. This is very interesting. Of course, I wrote down what I wanted to read because I didn't know the rules. And so since I got here, I've been transferring that to this. And it's a long story, and I was trying to figure out, well, where do I begin if I can't read it? Like, I gotta begin somewhere. So, I was thinking I could begin, like, was sitting in my house, and I get the phone call to go to the party, and, well, that's kind of interesting, but everybody's had that happen, so whatever. Or, I could talk about loading the car up. I put, the case of beer in the car, and put the unmentionables in the car, and getting ready, but that's only sort of a little shade of it. We're getting there, like driving the car to go there. I could talk about that, but that's only really, all these things are interesting only if you're interested in them. Okay. No, the really important part, I guess, is to talk about how I kind of murdered like 6 drinks really fast, probably faster than I should have. In about the space of a couple hours, I'd say I got rid of 6, about 2/3 ice, 1/2 Coke, 1/2 rum. And just, wasn't in the best of moods maybe. You ever had that happen? You just want to be a professional drinker at that point because you're not really feeling too happy. So, yeah, but the party starts to die because I got there late. I had to be called to get there, and the party starts to die off. And I'm sitting there awake and surly and drunk, and all I want is my bed. And so I tried to gather up everything I could remember that I brought with me into my hands, and I tried to find my way to my car, which bad moves. So I find my car, and I start loading things into the car, and I'm making my way home in this car with what I was told later was 0.16 when I was tested, and this was a couple of hours before that. So I'm making my way, and I remembered everything except my iPod. My iPod's like my right arm. I have to have it because music's got to be with me all the time, and when it's not, then I start to focus on other things. At that point, I didn't have my music with me, so I'm focusing on the car and how fast I like to drive in cars, which at that point, again, just bad, really bad idea. So I'm sitting at a stoplight, and there's a turn that I recognize. I don't know if any of you are from just outside the area, King of Prussia-ish, but there's a couple bends out there, nice back roads and things when you're sober, but big old right-hand sweeper, and I start thinking about that, and I start thinking about, I did a little bit of work to my car, so let's see what it can do now. Right here and now, when I'm not thinking about anything except that, which probably had to do with speed and controlling the car and drinking. And so the light turns green, and I start my routine, man. I'm like, flat to the floor, clutch, shift second, flat to the floor, apex, clutch, shift third, flat to the floor, apex is a slight rise, and there's the turn. And just as I'm entering turn, the light at the exit turns yellow. So I lift off, which you're not supposed to do because that takes all of it kind of twists the car. And the back end wanted to be where the front end was. And I flash back on that night, and I think, well, what if there was like a deer or something on the side of the road, and they would have been able to see this car kind of fly sideways at around 90 miles an hour through this corner. And I caught traction, the car flipped the other way and punched the entire passenger side into a guardrail. Somewhere in there I passed out because I only remember kind of coming to a stop and trying to start the car and drive away, which wasn't going to happen. And all that to say, like, a lot of people tell stories about being drunk and driving and, I survived and stuff. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to tell you this story. And if you're in the mood for a road trip, there's a broken sewer grate right now at the southwest corner of the entrance to 76 at Gulf Mills. and you can go check that out.